happened to see her in the places society wanted her to be less, and not enough in the places society demanded more. She has spoken openly about being criticized for her body growing up. The comments, the comparisons, the quiet cruelty that so many brown girls in India know intimately, the side glances, the unsolicited advice, the "you'd be prettier if" that follows you like a shadow. And yet, instead of shrinking, she studied aerospace engineering. She competed in her first pageant at 19 through the great pageant community. She built a modeling portfolio that included work with Google, Apple, Pepsi, and United Colors of Benetton. She launched a body positivity platform called Looks Matter because each look is beautiful. She started Project Aramba, meaning New Beginning, a community initiative working with NGOs for underprivileged children, elderly homes, and animal shelters. She did not ask the world to make space for her. She built her own space. And then she carried every woman who had been told she didn't belong right into the heart of Bangkok. The night of the welcome ceremony, 58 delegates from across the world walked out before a global audience. Former finalists, former title holders, women who had been on this stage before. And then India walked out in a royal blue peacock gown, hands on hips, head high, the Indian tricolor across her chest. The crowd didn't just cheer for India. Something different happened, because in that moment, when the camera found her face, confident, unapologetic, radiant, women who had never felt seen by a pageant stage suddenly saw themselves curvy, confident, unashamed. Her tagline was not complicated. It did not need to be. Looks matter, because each look is beautiful. 6 words, a revolution packed into 6 words for every woman who has ever paused before posting a photo because she wasn't sure she was enough. On day 3 in Bangkok, at the Blue Elephant cooking class, she showed up in a black bandeau with a pink orchid brooch, and fan pages across the internet lit up, not because of the outfit, because of the energy she carried in it, because you could feel that she had decided somewhere deep inside herself that she was done apologizing for taking up space. Now, let's talk about what the mainstream media will not tell you. Sanjana competed in the preliminary rounds on May 27th. She walked the evening gown. She walked the swimsuit. She stood in the spotlight before 8 judges who held her future in this competition in their hands. And the scores came in. Her average in the evening gown category was 6.81 out of 10. 8 judges. Scores ranging from 2 to 9. For context, Colombia was sitting at 29.22 total points, Ghana at 29.12, and Philippines' Gazini Ganados averaged 8.90 in her panel alone. India did not make the top 18. And here is where I want to stop and say something clearly, because this part of the story matters just as much as the triumph. The MGI All Stars scoring system weighted 70% on judges' evaluations and 30% on fan voting. The contestants who dominated the fan vote came from countries: the Philippines, Vietnam, Colombia, Thailand, that had enormous, organized, internationally coordinated fan communities actively mobilizing votes. India's fandom, while passionate, was not organized at that level on an international platform, but the judges' scores, that is the conversation no one wants to have. Pageant judging has standards that have existed for decades. Proportions, walk, projection, stage presence calibrated to a very specific vision of what a body on a runway should look like. And Sanjana, by design, by purpose, by beautiful defiance, did not fit that mold. A viral reaction video captured a Spanish-speaking host watching Sanjana's swimsuit walk, a leopard print bikini, walked with full confidence, and saying that she does not care about external opinions, and radiates the translation of a secure woman. But the on-screen text noted plainly that despite her confidence, the judges consistently gave her low scores. That is not a failure of Sanjana Sekharmantri. That is a failure of the judging system. Now let me tell you why you probably never heard Sanjana's name in the mainstream media. Why there was no traditional beauty pageant woman the industry expected. She is the one it needed. An aerospace engineering graduate who also holds formal training in Indian classical music. She is part of the team that claimed the safety award at NASA HERC 2021, making her one of the rare beauty title holders in the world who can say she contributed to a NASA-recognized project. Her professional life runs parallel to her academic one. She has built a commercial modeling career, working with global giants, including Google, Apple, Pepsi, and United Colors of Benetton. And Miss Grand International itself described her publicly as a blend of technical expertise and artistic talent, engineer by degree, model by profession, and musician by training. She did not arrive at the MGI All Stars stage through the traditional Femina Miss India route that most of the country's pageant representatives travel. Her path was entirely her own. Childhood clips in a silver tiara and a Bharatanatyam costume gave way to winning Miss Pageant and Innovation India in 2024, competing as an international guest at Miss Grand Nepal 2024 as part of her inclusion advocacy, winning Miss Wellness India and earning India's spot at Miss Wellness World 2025, and being selected to represent India at Miss Summit International before Miss Grand International officially confirmed her as India's delegate for the inaugural MGI All Stars on December 21st, 2025, introducing her to the world as the first plus-size contestant in All Stars history, stepping onto a stage open to women aged 20 to 40, with prelims on May 27 and a grand finale in Bangkok on May 30th, competing for a $100,000 prize and something worth far more than that, proof that this space belongs to her too. And there is something else, something harder to say but important to name. When a woman like Sanjana breaks into a space that was not designed for her, the system often responds, not with celebration, but with silence. Low scores without explanation, no wild card votes, no viral moment orchestrated by a broadcaster, just a woman standing in her own light, and the light never quite getting turned on for her. The night before the MGI All Stars finale, Sanjana posted a letter to her supporters, and I want to read it to you because it says everything. She wrote that her heart was full of gratitude. She thanked every person who had supported her, voted for her, believed in her. She thanked Thailand for its warmth. She said that standing on that stage representing India had been one of the greatest honors of my life. And then she said this, and this is the part that will stay with you. More than crowns and titles, I came here with a purpose, to stand for bodies fully intact. Sanjana Sekharmantri did not win the MGI All Stars. She did not walk in the final. She did not hold a crown over her head in Bangkok on May 30th, 2026. But here is what she did do. She became the first plus-size woman in the history of Miss Grand International to stand in an all-stars lineup. She carried India's flag into rooms that were not built for her. She stood in a swim. I am exactly enough. That is not a pageant result. That is a revolution. To Sanjana Sekharmantri, India sees you. India is proud of you. And every girl who has ever looked in the mirror and doubted what she saw, she sees herself in you too. This is just the beginning. Arambh, a new start. And yours has barely begun. If this story moved you, please share it. Like this video. Subscribe so you never miss a story that the mainstream media leaves untold. And in the comments, tell me, what does beauty mean to you? See you in the next one.